Hey there, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of Ocarina of Time Randomizer Series 2. And I just came here to Death Mountain because I was on my way to check out Dodongo's Cavern. I kind of forgot if I have or haven't gotten Dodongo's Cavern completed already. But I do have the tools that I need to get through that dungeon. And I just blew up that wall where the Gold Skull Tula was found at. And it just was another token. I think the 16th. Unless I'm remembering incorrectly for some reason. Okay, so we haven't completed Dodongo's Cavern because the mouth is closed. So I think that we should get through with this, and it's interesting how we can just go ahead and climb up onto that ledge. So it does seem quite odd how Dodongo's Cavern happens to be the only Young Link dungeon that you can enter as Adult Link. Practically navigating it all the way through. All the other dungeons, you can't enter them again. Okay, I'm not sure if I've actually gone all the way through here. Obviously, I didn't need to go all the way through here, but I think there are some prizes for us to get from exploring further into this dungeon. Okay, did I already beat the Lizalfos? I don't think I have. Doesn't look like I have. But I will now. Oh. The mini-boss music is Zora Domain. Oh, come on. Not in the lava. Whoa, wasn't expecting that. Oh no! You were supposed to jump! Alright. And I don't know how many of you guys already know about this, but behind here there is... yeah, right here, there is this secret alcove. So we've gone through and did all that. Yeah, it's a good thing the Magadan hammer can break the bombable walls up. Oh. Thought maybe that business scrub was going to give us some beneficial item, but didn't. Well, I don't need to go through here, so I'm gonna just go all the way back to the beginning. Alright, so let's see how far we can get with this dungeon. I'm sure that we can get plenty far. Alright, so there's this room. Ah, the Goron tunic. That will be good. Although we don't need to use it right now, because we're not in a hot place. The fun little fact is that you don't actually need to wear the Goron tunic all throughout the Fire Temple, as there are only certain rooms in the dungeon where you need to wear the Goron tunic. You might think that the entire dungeon requires you to wear the Goron tunic, but nope, there are only certain rooms that require you to wear it. And there are some rooms in that dungeon where you can just wear your regular tunic. Though I'm sure that people are just going to wear the Goron tunic all the way through, because what's the point of switching tunics if you're just going to have to constantly switch back? But yeah, that certainly is a interesting little detail that I never knew about when I first played the game. Okay, so... Can't get the gold Skulltula that's over there, because I don't have the long shot. Though I could get it if I rose the pillar up high. Made the pillar to raise up higher, which we'll be able to do later in the dungeon. So I suppose I could go ahead and talk to you all about a couple of video projects that I had been working on for the past couple of months. Like, for starters, I'm sure some of you guys might have either seen that I have done an Everything Wrong with video on Bionicle 2 Legends of Metra Nui. I don't know if this video is going to be out before or after that video goes live, but I've already gotten the video finished, but it is currently waiting for its live premiere, because I have it set to premiere on October 19th, because that was the day that the movie came out on in 2004. And I also did that with Mask of Light, the first movie, last year, when that movie turned 20, and I plan on doing it again for Web of Shadows next year. Can I not swing the Magadan hammer at this wall? It looks like I can. And I don't know how many Thomas fans are watching this, but... Oh. But very recently, we've had the 40th anniversary of the television series come around. Like it's been 40 years since the television series had started. And next year, it's the 80th anniversary of the Railway series is coming. And it's certainly hard to believe that it's going to be like 10 years since The Adventure Begins came out. But then again, it's also going to be unbelievable that it will have been 10 years since 2015 came out. Because that was quite a phenomenal year for a lot of reasons. And I just cannot believe that so much time has already passed since then. Because that year felt like yesterday. But then again, a lot of things that happened a long time ago felt like that they just happened yesterday. I'm sure I'm not the only person that kind of feels that way. Okay, so there wasn't very much of anything that we gained from going through there. There was that purple rupee, but I ended up losing some rupees because my wallet was very close to being full, and I had room for less than 50 rupees in there. It is just too bad that it isn't like in Twilight Princess, where if you find a rupee in a chest, but there's no room in your wallet for it, the game just has you put it back. And I find that to be very, very genius, so that way you're not wasting any rupees, and that you can always come back for it later after you have found... after you either get a bigger wallet, or after you've spent some of the rupees that you have. Is that the only Zelda game that does that? It's certainly the only one that I can think of, and the only one that I've played. They haven't done that in Ocarina of Time, obviously, and they also have not done that in Majora's Mask, and they haven't done that in Skyward Sword, and they haven't done that in Breath of the Wild. Although, does Breath of the Wild have rupee limits? Because I don't think I've ever reached a max limit of how many rupees you can carry in Breath of the Wild. Is there a limit? If there is, I have never reached it. And getting back to the whole Thomas the Tank Engine anniversary thing, I have something planned for December, like at the start of December. I'm not going to reveal what it is right now. I plan on revealing what it is the day after Thanksgiving. And it will be like a live premiere on December 1st. Like, I had been kind of working on it. I haven't finished it completely yet, but it is a neat-going project that I am working on. And I think that's going to be pretty great. But, you know, I also just think back at the old days of YouTube. You know, just how much has changed with YouTube, both with its users and with how YouTube works. Because there just are a lot of YouTube users that just happen to come and go. You know, like some users will just leave. You know, like they will say, I'm gonna be leaving, or writes in a journal that says, I can't stand it anymore, I'm just gonna close my account. You know, like that sort of thing. And sometimes users just disappear without warning. I mean, they don't always close down their accounts, like their accounts may still remain open, but there are just cases in which one day they just sign out of their account and they just never come back. And it just can make one wonder as to what exactly happened to them. Although I kind of have a few theories about what could have happened to some of them. Like, I could think of one user, not going to say his name, but going to think of one user who I think ended up getting banned from the internet by his parents because of some things that he was doing that he really should not have been doing. Yeah, like something where he says, I'm never going to remove this, but one day it's gone from his channel, so I suspect that he had to remove it, because his parents saw what he was doing, and he was like, how very dare you! And they're like, you are going to remove that, and then you are never going to sign into your account again. Like, I don't know this for sure, but it's just a guess that I have as to why this user had not uploaded anything since 2010. And I know that he did some pretty bad things back in the day. Although he claimed that his parents were aware of that, but I doubt that that's actually true. I'm pretty sure that they were not aware of that. And when they were actually aware of it for real, they were like, you're grounded for life. But that's just my guess as to why he has been gone for that long. It's not a definitive fact, it's just what I personally think happened. And then there is also the case of a lot of users who abuse the block button. Okay, so we got the Goron Ruby. Although for some reason, if you finish that dungeon as Adult Link, it starts you at the bottom of Death Mountain, even though if you beat it as Child Link, as you do in the normal game, it has you start up here. I don't get that. I don't get why that happens. Like, if you go into Dodongo's Cavern's boss room as Adult Link and then teleport out of there, does it bring you to the bottom of Death Mountain in the base game, or does it only do that if you finish the dungeon as Adult Link? Which is not possible to do in the base game, since you're expected to beat the dungeon as Child Link. Ah, the silver gauntlets! That's gonna be very helpful. You know what? Since I know that we can do this sort of thing, I'm actually going to go ahead and go back into the Dodongo's Cavern and see if I can get that last gold skull to do... Wait, no. Actually, I think I will save going back into the Dodongo's Cavern for much later, because right now we don't have an ocarina, and I don't have the Scarecrow song, and even if I did, I can't even play it anyway, because how can you play the Scarecrow song if you don't have an ocarina to play it with? I'm gonna go ahead and see if there's anything in the Goron shop. May as well just do some shopping for the time being. Oh, I guess while I'm here, I may as well also stop the little Goron from rolling around. Okay, just gonna go through with all this. Blue fire! Did that give me another bottle? Well, I don't know if it gave me another bottle, because I don't know if I had 2 bottles before. The fire temple is right here. It's a secret. But yeah, anyway, users just abusing the block button. I think it's mostly, mostly due to what I'm gonna say, a repeat of the Season 2 episode Dirty Work, or Diesel's Devious Deeds, depending on what part of the world you live in. Since it was called Diesel's Devious Deeds in the United States, where I live, but in the UK, it was called Dirty Work. And, you know, I was able to get some of those users back on my side permanently, some of them just temporarily, and a few not at all, sadly. And a lot of those users aren't even around anymore, so it's not like that even matters. It just goes to show just how time can hurt you. Or how time can have effect on things. Which I was actually thinking of just that as I was listening to this song. The music that's playing right now. Sheik's theme in Dodongo's Cavern. Because I kind of think that is a very perfect theme to use. And I was thinking of maybe doing some sort of a video about a certain user who inspired me to even come to YouTube to make YouTube videos. And perhaps using Sheik's theme would be perfect for when I discussed about how things have changed since I first came to YouTube. Although sad as it may be, even if some users from back in the day are still around today, they're not all that communicative, or at least I have not been able to get any word from them. Like, I wanted to do some sort of an interview to celebrate an anniversary for Kuno the Tengen, but unfortunately, nobody that I mentioned had even given a response. Well, one person did. It was the Jonateers, and from reading that comment, it was very deep as to what he said. And yeah, it is a good point, because eventually just about a lot of users will just sign out of their YouTube account for the last time, and then they never come back. I've stuck around for this long. I'm sure that might be a disappointment to a lot of bad users back then, including the one that I suspect got banned from the internet because his parents saw what he was doing. They would probably just be like, oh, he is still around while we are not? How does he do that? Well, it's simple. A good user, well, if I am still around, that has to mean that I am a good user, right? Actually, I'm not entirely sure if that is entirely accurate, but yeah, I am a good user. There were like some bad people, truly bad people, who tried to convince people otherwise, some of whom did get convinced of that. But at least that was just something that was the case back then, but it is not the case now. Oh, it was the chicken from the child era. I was thinking maybe it was Anju's chicken, but no, it's actually Malon's chicken that we found. Well, I was thinking of maybe going to Kakariko Village to do some more buying, but I spent a lot of my rupees, so there isn't very much else for me to buy, or at least anything for me to afford. And it's too bad I don't have Zelda's Lullaby to fix that signpost. Well, maybe I do, but I don't have an Ocarina to play it with. Oh yeah, I do have Zelda's Lullaby, but no Ocarina to play it with, quite sadly. And of course, in Majora's Mask, Zelda's Lullaby is not a song that you play throughout the game, and instead you use the Song of Healing to fix broken signposts. I suppose it actually makes more sense for it to be the Song of Healing, because it's a song that's used to heal troubled spirits. So it would make sense for that to be the song that is used to fix signposts. Whereas the logic behind why Zelda's Lullaby fixed signposts in this game, it doesn't make that much sense. You know, given how the how the atmosphere in Kakariko Village looks right now, this music is actually quite fitting. Okay, I know that there is a grotto here, so I may as well check this one out and then end off the episode. Come on, move, 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 move! And I'm gonna have to edit the volume on that later. Okay, so I got the Gerudo membership card. I just really hate that, where I was trying to get Link to move, but he wouldn't move! Oh well, so anyway, I've been recording for 26 minutes, and I think that this is actually a good stopping point, so thank you all very much for watching this, and I will see you next time. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. I might end up having to go to Hyrule Castle, since we found Malon's weird egg, and it hatched into a chicken. So, I'll see you guys in episode 5. Bye-bye.